Jazz continues now on BBC Two with a profile of the legendary Slim Gaillard.
This is Vout FM, beaming to the entire universe from somewhere in Voutville. 23 kiloroonies on a very medium wave. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Slim's Jazz. Jazz legend Slim Gaillard whiles away an hour with some of his friends and plays a couple of numbers himself. This program is brought to you in the Vout-A-Rooney language without subtitles.
I wanna take him a Joe. Got to do it, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, I take him a Joe. I got to do it, I take him on the out there Joe. Everybody say now, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, I take him a Joe. I got to do it, I take him a Joe. I got to do it, I lick him on the out there Joe. Now, the galloping dominoes on the floor, rolling down. And when they see all that they say, everybody say, boy, oh boy, everybody say, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, I'll roll him a Joe. Roll him on the out there. One more time. Oh, well, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, oh, well, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, oh, well, I roll him a Joe. Got to do it, oh, well, I roll him on the out there, Joe. Take him a Joe. Got to do it, oh, well, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, oh, well, I take him a Joe. Got to do it, oh, well, I take him on the out there, the galloping dominoes on the floor. Boy, and when they throw the extended bellows, they roll on the floor. Everybody say, oh, well, I roll him a Joe. Oh, well, I take him a Joe. Oh, well, I take him a Joe. Everybody on together, here we go now. Oh, I take him a Joe. Got to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very good close friend of mine, very close. We're super close. Look at us. About many years, buddy. My good friend, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you his name. You know already anyway, but I'll tell you. Lionel Hampton. I want to be sure I pronounce your name right. You know?
Okay, man. Give me that British accent, huh?
Okay, I say the old chap. Bounty O'Rooney.
Okay.
Hey, Lionel, before you go and do your show over here, get ready to do your concert there, the only thing I would like you, how do you get the crowd in Paris when you play the Brilliant Hotel? How do you get the crowd going really wild? I see you many places. We work together in Los Angeles and different places all over the world.
Yeah.
But when you play there, there's a different type of audience than here. You know, they're all, everybody's got Rooty Dooty.
Old Rooney.
Old Rooney, and he's got the audience and have him come out and say, there's Lionel Hampton, come and say, okay, hey, Baba Reba, hey, Baba Reba. And you have all the Reety D's, you know, the elegant don't those.
Okay, baby.
How do you tell me how you do that?
Oh, just you got the spirit in your soul.
Did you ever play xylophone?
Oh, yeah, I played xylophones when I was in the kids' band, you know, when I was coming up.
Yeah,
You know?
they're different from vibes, isn't it?
Well, just the ones made out of
Sustain
wood.
a note.
The ones that's made out of wood, the xylophones and the marimba, and the vibes are made out of metal. And
Yeah.
you have a pedal that you can push down and get the vibe of the sound, and you have a motor on the vibe. You
But
understand?
the vibe people, they give you free vibes forever, don't they?
Well, I don't know how to pay for them.
That's a different story, isn't it?
Yeah, different story.
I don't have to pay for them.
Old Rooney.
Well, listen, Lionel, those extra vibes that you don't want, would you donate me one of the vibes that you have?
Yes, okay.
You will?
All right. You know,
I can use the, you know,
all right,
because I
okay.
like vibraphones, you know.
I know you do. You play good, too.
Yeah, thank you very would you repeat that, please?
You play very good.
Thank you. Oh, gee, I love it. You sound so good. Well, one time, Lionel and I, we had a jam session on. He's on one end, I was on the other, and we were swinging on and just we were playing
We
some
were doing
wild
some great
things,
things,
groovy things. I really enjoy your work, and I know you got to go, and it's such a pleasure, and I'm so happy you stopped to say hello to our good friends over at BBC in England and all over the world. Hi, friends. This is Lionel Hampton, the champion.
Old chopper, old Rooney.
Rooney.
Bouty.
Bouty. Next month I'll be talking to all your friends in Paris at the Meridian Hotel.
Well, tell them
At the Lionel Hampton Room.
Tell them I say, merci beaucoup, old Rooney, Bouty.
Ladies and gentlemen, my super good buddy, and I'm going to say the name right, Lionel Hampton.
Thank you.
Guess who I have as my special guest now? Jack McDuff.
Slam Slammer.
Rooney Mo.
Artissimo.
You know,
Slimski.
Some of my songs I put Jack McVouty.
McVouty, yeah, I've
now,
heard.
the McDuff O'Rooney Mo.
I've heard those.
Okay.
Jack McVouty.
Where is the last place that we clocked each other?
Oh,
Jack
Lord.
McDuff. Was it in Seattle? No, at Parnell. It wasn't up there, was it?
Parnell.
In Seattle.
Yeah,
That's where it was.
Parnell.
That's right. I remember. I got a photographic mind. I use it once in a while.
I forgot
You
that, yeah.
forgot there?
Yeah.
It was a nice little
Ernestine
place.
Anderson's town.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he was from there. But Jack, what I would like to find out, your group is how many you working with who? You working with you?
Today,
Yeah.
I mean over here. Red Holloway, Booker, bass player.
Right.
Idris Muhammad, guitar player from Denver named Tonk Edwards. and red. I think that's it.
Okay, well, then the group will be swinging here from The Hague in Holland, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Jack McDuff. And Jack McDuff will do some cooking today when he get into that session. He is going to keep swinging.
And I'm going to be checking you out, too.
Oh, well, thank you very much. What is your favorite? You must have a favorite, two favorite musicians. Any instruments, you're just two. That put you on the spot a little like they do me sometimes. But now, oh, you got two favorite musicians. Who's your two favorite?
Well, I'll tell you, my one favorite is Jimmy Smith.
Okay, Jimmy Smith. Okay, number two.
Now, that I guess that's because he plays organ.
Right, I guess.
But other than that, man, I just could not say. There's so many good people, I just couldn't say. It would be hard.
That's a good thing.
All the guys that swing, and you know how many of us swing.
You got me down now, and I hope you're satisfied. Oh, it's so hard trying to keep my head up now. Hey, when people pulling me down on every side, on every side. Uncle Sam said I owe a lot of money way back from 1956. Now how can I owe him anything? Hey, when somebody pulling you down on every side, on every side.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special super guest, I call him a little boy, because he said he was playing. How long you was listening
I
to?
said that you was playing when I was plowing. So,
Okay.
so I've had a lot to learn from you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was a great pleasure. In other words, I was one of your teachers.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Talking to, ladies and gentlemen, guess who we're talking to? Do I need to tell you? If you look very close, you will see two photos of this gentleman here. His name is B.B. King, and he is a king. You give him his guitar and a microphone, And look out.
Old Bounty.
Go Bounty.
I'm just letting you know I don't forget.
Oh, he's super, super. Really swinging on straight ahead. And all I can say, send the best to him because he's a champion. Back again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Such a pleasure to see you. You look good. I hope I look all right, too. And if I look to my left, there's a gentleman with a very famous worldwide name is George Wein. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is.
Good morning, Mr. Gaillard.
Okay, good to see you.
It's always good to see you.
Pleasure, pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to tell you who George Wein is. He is the Mr. Music of the world because he does all the festivals all over the world. Groups that don't exist, he put them together, and the sound comes out so good, and he plays super excellent himself. I was just telling you about him, which you know already. What instrument you play, sir?
I play the piano.
Piano? That's your favorite?
It's my only.
Only, okay. His only, his favorite is the piano. I thought you played the telephone message of directing only, not that only.
That's something else. That's another direction, and every
Different
so
trip.
often I have to change hats in order to keep alive, you know.
I would like to ask you a real quick question. Who is one of your favorite tenor saxophone players? And wait, now just one, not at the present time, one. Just one, yeah, I know you have many, but one favorite you'd like to listen to.
That's difficult. That's
Okay,
a terrible
don't
thing
have-
to
don't
do
have- okay.
to me. You know.
All right, two then, two favorites.
Two. Well, I have two in my band. Harold,
Okay, but how
Harold
about-
Ashby and Scott Hamilton.
Ashby and Scott Hampton, those are two favorites because you picked them to be in your band.
But Illinois Jaquette is a great tenor saxophone
Okay,
player.
all right.
There are a lot of great tenor
I know, I
saxophones.
understand that, but I was thinking about your favorite. You have many favorites because many do the festivals with you in Nice and all over the world, actually. But
Who's your favorite?
my favorite tenor? Well, I can start this direction. Coleman Hawkins, Don Byas, Plas Johnson. Let's see who else. I gave more
I
than one,
was
didn't
trying to think of some people that were still with us. Plas Johnson's still with us.
I know,
thank
but
heavens.
he's one of my favorites.
But Prez and Hawk and Ben Webster and
Oh,
people
Prez
like
was my
that.
favorite, yeah.
I mean, they aren't necessarily here to.
Well,
to
Charlie Parker, he
dispute.
played tenor too, you know. he
Charlie.
played tenor. The alto was he known for, but he played tenor too.
Charlie played very good tenor.
Yeah, I know. You listen there.
But those-
I worked. Wait, just a minute. I want to go back. I worked for you one time in Boston. Do you remember?
I remember that.
What was the name of the place?
Storyville. Storyville. That's right.
You were swinging there too. Well, not too much money going, but
No, those were tough days.
Yeah, that
those
was-
were tough days. But,
we used to eat like frogs. Eat one and skip two, didn't we? But now he got to decide where do you want to have pheasant today. I don't know whether I want to have lobster here. I'm a vegetarian myself, see. Because I eat steaks, you know, and the cows eat vegetable.
I see. Now that's my Slim Gaillard.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest, George Weaves, Mr. Music of the World. Here he is. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Now, don't leave, whatever you do. Introducing at this time my super extra special buddy, Percy Heath, with the Modern Jazz Quartet. Good evening. How are you? Happy afternoon to you.
Renemo.
And my other buddy over here together, ladies and gentlemen, over to my far left there is Milton McVouty. Oh,
Jackson Renemo.
Jackson Renemo. Milt Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. This is 2/3. This is half of the MJQ. And they do some swinging. They've been together a long time. They know exactly what they're going to do. When they get out there, they look at each other and they know what key they're going to play in.
That's right. That's right, absolutely.
But one thing, we have Percy Heath and we have something pretty close in common. Percy we were trained at the same airport, Tuskegee, and he was a pursuit pilot and I was a medium bomber pilot.
Yeah.
So we used to go past each other,
B-25.
different directions, the B-25s, and he had the 51s, and he never bought the 38s, did you?
No, that was a dangerous machine.
Yeah, but 38 was how about a B-26? No. No, that's too heavy for you.
I flew P-40s and P-47.
Yeah, no 51.
No, I never got to that.
That heavy, you didn't make the grade.
Overseas.
Yeah, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, we're close there, but
Yeah.
you did very well. And you got your gold doggy in your wing, and then you said, hey.
Said, hey, bye-bye.
Yeah, we go. we got his when he say bye-bye, baby.
Yeah.
He had enough.
Yeah, no, the training was
fun. Was great. You trained in AT-6.
AT-6,
Yeah.
and the BT-13.
And I had AT-10.
Yeah, I know, you had the boxcar.
Yeah. I was looking at one about a couple of months ago in London. I live in London now. That's where we're sending this through BBC. We're going through BBC, but this radio program that I'm done, Disc Jockey again, is going all over the world.
Oh, good about it.
Oh, yeah, we're DJ.
I see.
The DJ now.
Yes,
again.
what's important about it?
Oh,
Jackson.
It's my friend Milt Jackson. Don't leave. Just a minute. Hold on. Now, you know you just arrived.
Yes.
These are famous bass hands, right? And these are famous vibe hands. Not only vibes, he played drums as well. Milt Jackson played drums. We recorded together, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We made a record. You were on the drums swinging. Who did this? Norman Granz did put this together. Do you remember? Or was it? Who was it?
I don't know.
I don't forget. But anyway, we made records together.
Yes.
And he was playing drums, but he's a vibist. You know what the word vibist means? Vibraharpist.
Yes.
Oh, listen to that high class speaking.
Oh,
Dude,
man. That's a $75 word.
Yeah.
But Valdi, what about those 5 weeks in Birdland?
Oh, yes, right. When first covered, what happened was I come over to Birdland to get a Monte K, which is just left now.
Yeah,
not long ago.
just died, Monte.
But anyway, Monty was over to Birdland, and he come over. He saw me in Philadelphia. He says, "I want to book this Gaillard in here. I wonder how he will go And there was a question mark. Said, well, he's a comedian guy. I don't know. He don't play much unless he want to. He play when he want to. He can, but he like to make fun and comedy thing. I don't know how he will go. Well, we'll put him in for 3 days. Well, 2 years later.
I spent 5 weeks in there with you.
Yeah, he said 5 weeks
Pete
working
Smith,
with
Pete Alto.
Pete Brown.
Pete Brown.
And who else was it?
And Harvey Leonard. I don't know whatever happened to Harvey Leonard.
Yeah.
And,
what instrument did he play?
He was the piano player.
I forget who
and Panama.
Panama Francis on drums.
Panama Francis.
And we used to alternate at Birdland. 1 week it was this group, and next week was that, and we would have a group like Milt had his band this week, and Percy had a band this week. I had a band next week, but we alternated there. Whoever in the same, you see the same band but different name, band leaders. But it was fun that way. We kept swinging and kept making money. We buy groceries, didn't we?
We pushed chairs through the ceiling. You remember that?
The
really rainy. He pushed a chair through the ceiling.
Well, that was where some guy was heckling out in the audience.
Heckling for 2 sets.
And he just kept heckling out there. He was having his fun. And he kept heckling that.
Yeah.
I got that.
You had your shirt off and your bongos.
Yeah.
And this guy was heckling. So Slim stood up and took the chair and pushed it through the ceiling, the tiles in the ceiling. He said, and this is the really rainy. And that guy left.
I used to, actually I was a light heavyweight champion of Michigan at one time. I was a boxer and I always build my muscles. I still keep them. And I used to be really champion fighter type thing. But I said in the commie way. And the man says, oh man, I better leave. This dude being this. I said, this is the real thing. I had my shirt up playing the bongos.
I never forgot
that. It was great fun there.
Yeah.
Great pleasure talking to 2 champions well known all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. MJQ, the champion you just mentioned there, Milt Jackson and Percy Heath. Great pleasure to talk to you and good to see you. And I will see you all every place. I will always see each other.
Yes.
The best of luck to you and the best of luck to you. See you soon down there. here. There's a very good friend of mine, a friend of yours too, as well, for many years, ladies and gentlemen. Red, what is your name?
Rodney.
Red Rodney, ladies and gentlemen, you know the name very well, and you've listened to him so many times on records, on television, and movies. And I say, when you see him in movies, and when you see him in a movie, around midnight, that was one of the movies you made. Did you make that?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. Okay, I just want to be sure that you... What movie you made?
No, I played the soundtrack in Bird.
That's what I wanted to hear you say. Because you work with Bird.
Yes.
You work with Bird in various places. You know him very well, too, like he worked with me. How was it working in that movie, being you?
Well, it was strange. That actor kept following me around and speaking to me and videotaped me to get my mannerisms. I hear he did a good job. I haven't seen it yet, but everyone in the lobby has been telling me they saw it.
The Bird Show. Yeah. Clint Eastwood. How was he to work with?
Wonderful. He's a very...
I know him for years in Hollywood, in California.
Man. He's a cultured man. He's a very soft, easygoing, mild-mannered. He's not at all like Dirty Harry.
But you had a good fun doing the movie.
Oh, yeah.
You played, though.
Yes, I did.
You enjoyed playing yourself.
Oh, yeah, it was wonderful.
See, nobody dubbed in for you.
No, I did.
Yeah, forget it, people.
Yeah.
Don't dub in for Red Rodney.
Yeah.
Red did his own things.
Fellas, don't waste time. You got about 20 minutes. Make it fast. Not now, Red. We got to catch a train.
But what about your promise? You said you'd give me a job as soon as I got good enough.
How many different names today that you can remember that you work with? I'll give 15 seconds.
Many.
I know many. A few names.
Well, you, for one.
Well, no,
we go back to...
That's enough right there. No, how many more?
Many of the greats in jazz.
Yeah, okay.
Since I was a little boy.
Okay.
Playing with Ben Webster and Don Byas and Lester Young on 52nd Street just before it finished. When you were there all the time.
Right.
You remember when I was a little kid, couldn't get in those clubs.
Yeah, you used to come in from the Onyx Club.
That's right.
Famous Door. All of the spots up and down 52nd Street, the jazz corner of the world, and you covered. That's where you got your education, I think.
That's right. That was my college. And then I went with Charlie Parker. That was my graduate school.
Oh, yes.
That's where I really...
That's where you got your diploma.
That's right.
Oh, well, you got your graduation then.
Now I'm just earning the diploma, but I was working toward it then.
Red Rodney. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest, Red Rodney, my super buddy, is so excellent. Where were you born?
Philadelphia. In 1927.
Why were you born?
That's the question.
Hey, Big Little Red getting off. They're my two special guests here. I just met them by surprise. They've been singing some songs that I wrote that was recorded by many artists, but they knew it. They introduced themselves, and I said, thank you very much. First they said, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Poppity, 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 pop goes the motorcycle, hitting on one. Poppity, 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 pop goes the motorcycle, hitting on two. Poppity, 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 pop goes the motorcycle, hitting on one. Poppity, 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 pop goes the motorcycle, hitting on two. Pop, 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 pop.
Poppity, 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 pop, go to motorcycle, hitting on one. Poppity, 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 pop, go to motorcycle. Poppity, bam, bam,
Hey, bobbity, 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 bop, go to motorcycle. Hitting on one. Bobbity, 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 bop, goes motorcycle.
Bobbity, bobbity, bop goes motorcycle. Hitting on one. Bobbity, 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 bop goes motorcycle. Hitting on two. Pop, 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 pop.
Bobbity, 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 bop, go to motorcycle.
Hitting on one.
Bobbity, 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 bop, go to motorcycle. Bobbity, bop, bobbity, bop. Thank you very much.
Oh, man.
Now, that
What a
was a
thrill.
super surprise, and thank you. It was a thrill.
Oh,
Thanks super much.
Thank you,
The
Slim.
best of everything
Oh,
to
you
you.
make so many people happy, Slim.
But you, they're such super extra good. Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, my super extra special friend, John, right in with me. And it was such a pleasure to see them. And we sang together. Don't leave, we'll be right back.
Folks call me Mr. Clean just because my head is bald. Mine too. Folks call just because my head is bald. But with the stuff that we use, we don't need no at all.
Papa, John Creech, my good friend from Los Angeles area, and I've been known many years.
That's right.
Up on top of the hill on La Cienega and Washington Boulevard. That was your home, wasn't it? Practically. I used to play
Parisian room.
Parisian room there.
I stayed there went there for 2 weeks and stayed there for a year and a half.
Yeah, right. Right,
6 nights a week.
right on top of it. Now, everybody was right there listening to Papa John Creech, and he was swinging.
Yeah.
The instrument he played, he played violin, and he played it too.
If it wasn't for you women, we'd have our curly locks today. But we've been hugged, kissed and petted, till all our hair was rubbed away. When it starts to get wetter, our heads get kind of cold. Try to grow a little hair. We can't to save our soul. When it comes to getting summer, we get such a pretty tan. You can hear all the women holler, where can I find them clean-head women? Yes, they call me Mr. Clean-head. 'Cause we've been bald a long time. But we don't need to worry. You get yours, and brother, you know we'll get ours.
my left is a very good friend of mine from California. His name is Horace Silver. How you doing, buddy?
Fine, Slim. Good
So
to see
happy
you,
to
man.
see you, man. A great pleasure. We've seen each other. We're in London at
Ronnie Scott's.
Ronnie Scott's. Yeah, we were over there when you come in town. You were with me in Birdland in New York. We worked together, didn't we?
We did that, yeah.
Who
We had a
was
ball,
with us?
too.
Who was with us in the group? There were many groups? Or who
You know,
was
it's
it
been
with?
so long ago, I can't remember who was in the group, but one thing sticks out in my mind that time I worked with you at Birdland, one incident, you know.
Okay.
Which is a humorous one, naturally. Do you remember this? I remember sometimes when we played the sets at Birdland, you would play a little overtime, you know. I mean, we were supposed to get up to stand a certain time because another band was coming on. But you would play a little over, and the management was on your back about this, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess you got a little mad about them being on your back about this. You went out and bought an alarm clock. And wound it up and set it in the piano, and you were playing, and in the middle of your song, when the alarm comes, says bring, and you stop, blop, you know. You remember that?
No, I don't remember
You remember
that.
that?
I'm glad you reminded me. I got to remember that. That's a good one to talk about today.
But it was very funny.
We had good fun at Birdland.
Oh, we had a ball.
Okay, well, I'm so happy to see you, my super good buddy, Horace Silver. Shake the
It's
hand,
always a pleasure
buddy.
to see you, Slim.
Pleasure to see you.
You are eternal.
Haven't even started yet.
I know.
Good to see you, buddy.
Same here.
Happy time to you.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, Horace Silver is my super extra spin working in Birdland in New York, 52nd and Broadway. Be right back. Bong.
Putini.